Thank you, Speaker Smith. It has a nice ring to it. I rise today to address ongoing concerns about Social Security, especially just in this past week, since Mr. Musk has decided that he, in an unauthorized position, not approved by the Senate, with no accountability, is after everybody's data and information at SAA. Mr. Speaker, it might surprise some of the viewers in our audience to know why the wealthiest man in the world needs to know your Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid information. Privacy is something that Americans value. Data is something that billionaires can turn into money. And so, Mr. Speaker, we need to know what role Elon Musk and DOGE, or I call it DOGE because they dodge accountability, will have with the agency and everyone's hard-earned benefits. As if an unconfirmed, unelected billionaire should have access to yours or anyone's sensitive information. And if the cuts that they're promising and what he's looking for come through, that means people's personal Social Security will be reduced by 36%. It hasn't been enhanced since Richard Nixon was President of the United States. And now Mr. Musk is out because he's been charged to cut the budget by $2 trillion. And as everyone knows, 70% of the federal budget comes from Social Security, Medicare, and defense. They're coming after you, and specifically, they need that data also. So he and his minions of unauthorized, unaccountable people are going forward. We have written to Acting Commissioner King, attorneys generals across the country, including my own from the state of Connecticut, Mr. Attorney General Tong, are putting forward attempts. And then we learned today or this morning that President Trump says that he's just going to ignore the courts because he believes that he's above the law, Mr. Speaker, that he's not accountable to anyone. And now he's saying that he's not even accountable to the courts because he and the billionaire class have gotten together and said, don't worry, no one on the Republican side in the House and Senate who control both the House and Senate is going to speak up and challenge us. But we need to protect Americans' privacy and their Social Security. For 40% of all Americans, Social Security is the basis for their retirement and their retirement savings. And for 28 million Americans, Social Security is the only thing that they have. And that's why we have to make sure that we are protecting it as well.